Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and this is 10 things iPhone offers that Android doesn't. Now before you Android users get upset, be sure to check back for the reverse of this video where there's 10 things Android offers that iPhone doesn't. Haven't forgot about Android users, and it's just as fair to do this video in reverse. So the first thing iPhone can offer that Android pretty much can't is it doesn't come with crapware. Now, depending on where you buy this across the world, it really doesn't matter if it's Verizon in the United States or AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, or you're overseas in Australia or the UK or Japan, you're going to have the same experience. You boot up the phone, you get the default set of Apple apps, and that's it. Now, some of you may think of those as crapware, but that's what you'll get, and that's it. If you buy a different phone, an Android phone, depending where you get it, you could have a different experience. If you buy a Galaxy Note 3, for example, and you get it from Verizon, you're going to have a whole folder full of their crapware. From My Verizon Mobile to Verizon Tones, NFL Mobile, which is not really their app, and voicemail, all sorts of things, and there's other things depending on which carrier it is. The next thing iPhone can offer is consistency. Like I said before, when you boot it up across the world, it's the same for every user. It's consistent no matter what you use. When you move from an iPhone to the next generation iPhone, you'll probably know how to use it. It's consistent across the iPhone and iPad models, and iOS is very simple and very easy to use no matter where you are. The third thing the iPhone can offer is Apple Store support. Now, this isn't true of everywhere around the world, but in the United States, there are a ton of Apple stores, and there are a bunch throughout the world, depending where you live. If I have a problem with my iPhone and it's within its year warranty, or I get the extended warranty through Apple Care, I can simply make an appointment, bring it in, and guaranteed they'll be able to fix it. Even if I crack my screens, many times they'll just replace it for free, or I think it's about $109 for an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus, might be a little bit more to replace the whole screen. Either way, we'll get service right away, and we won't be left without a phone throughout the day or throughout the next few days. The fourth thing iPhone can offer, and this is going to be a highly arguable point, is better hardware. Their hardware is very solid. Some of you may think these bend. It takes quite a lot to bend these, and many other phones can do just the same. But basically, their hardware is solid. It's really well made, and basically Apple is known for their solid hardware, not just throughout the iPhone, but all of their different models. So that's one thing that you're guaranteed to get with an Apple product. The fifth thing iPhone can offer is better security. There's more updates, there's more regular updates, and the iPhone stays pretty secure, and probably by far more secure than Android at this point. It's regularly updated, and Google is catching up and hopefully offering updates monthly. The sixth thing that iPhone has to offer over Android is the App Store. The App Store is continuously filled with approved apps that get better and better. There's high quality apps for just about everything you can do, and they're usually the first to get updates and first to be supported. And that's probably the best reason out there that this one would be a little bit better. The Google Play App Store is very quickly approaching the same level, but right now, this App Store is on top from most people's perspectives. The seventh thing that iPhone has to offer over the competition is Touch ID. Touch ID is a very secure fingerprint password. Push it, it reads your fingerprint and unlocks every time really quickly. If I turn it off and don't use my fingerprint, you'll see I'm prompted for a passcode. Right here, I put my finger on, it unlocks every time, all the time. There are other manufacturers out there that have fingerprint readers, and so far at the time of the making of this video, there are none that even come close. I've used them all and have been highly disappointed by every single one of them. The eighth thing iPhone has to offer is Siri. Siri is the built-in digital assistant. Now, Android does have Google Now, but right now, Siri talks where Google Now really doesn't say a whole lot, and you also have kind of a real-life person to talk to. So let's ask Siri how she's doing today. Siri, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
And that's something that Android can't offer, is that human touch that makes Siri seem like a real person. The ninth thing iPhone can offer over Android is battery life. Battery life on iPhone has always been better than Android for the most part. even with its smaller battery, it will get better battery life than most Android phones. Now, that's changing rapidly, especially when the upcoming release of Android comes out, but right now it's the leader depending on battery size. The final thing that iPhone has to offer over Android is reliability and dependability. Things just work. iPhone very rarely has huge issues or crashing apps compared to Android in many people's experience. Now, this is going to be very subjective depending on the phone and what you've done with it, but iPhone consistently seems to be very reliable and something you can trust on day to day for years and years. That is 10 things that iPhone has to offer over Android. Be sure to check back for 10 things Android has to offer over iPhone. If you have any other questions or comments, please let us know in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.